one team does X, does it actually lead to the outcomes they're looking for? And if another team does X, do they also get those same outcomes? Then we can say that that X is, a positive thing for gaining these outcomes. Hey, I'm Steve McGhee. I'm a reliability advocate at Google Cloud. I was an SRE for a long time, and now I help people build more reliable systems on the cloud.
Hi, I'm Kyle Campbell, founder of CTO.ai. We are a modern development platform that helps companies measure the software developer experience. Been an entrepreneur and a self-taught software engineer for a long time, and love to help developers build internal developer platforms.
So I'm a reliability advocate. I made that title up. Technically, I'm a DevRel engineer, I think. And my job really is to talk about reliability with cloud companies, specifically around SRE, but it tends to bleed into DevOps and platform engineering, and things like ITIL and disaster recovery come up a lot, things like that. Basically, how do we make sure that the system we built that makes us money continues to make money? That's kind of my job, is to provide advice. I do this by doing things like this. I go on podcasts. I like to joke that I tweet for a living. I go on stage and I give talks at conferences, but mostly what I do is I meet with customers one-to-one, and I hear what they're struggling with, and I try to help as best I can. So DORA is a research program, and we survey thousands of companies around the world that build software systems, and we help them understand how they work as a team and how they deliver their software, and what the outcomes of doing that is, basically. So if one team does X, does it actually lead to the outcomes they're looking for? And if another team does X, do they also get those same outcomes? Then we can say that that X is, a positive thing for gaining these outcomes. So we deliver a report once a year. We call it the State of DevOps Report, or the SODR, sometimes we call it that. And it just came out about a month ago. You can go check it out. It's all on DORA.dev. So there's these 4 metrics that we have found through the research predict how well you're doing. They don't tell you exactly what to change quite yet, but they tell you if the things that you're doing are making your software delivery better or worse. So there's lots of things you could change, and the way that you measure it is through one of these 4 metrics, and they are deployment frequency, how often you deploy, lead time for changes, how long it takes you to get something from like in your head into production. There's time to restore services. So when something breaks, how quickly can you get back to unbroken again? And then the last one is, how often do things break at all? Change failure rate. So if you measure all these, you can think 2 of them are about getting stuff into production, and the other 2 are about keeping those things alive in production. If you want to learn more about DORA, check out dora.dev, and you can join our community as well. There's a URL, dora.community, which is an actual URL. You can type it into your browser, and where we meet up a couple times a month to talk about DORA and how they're adopted within communities and organizations. And then keep a lookout for Ask DORA. I call it DORA Bot, but we have an LLM that's trained on all of the DORA material for the past 10 years, and you can ask it any question you'd like to better understand all the material within the DORA reports over the years. And don't forget to check out the Accelerate book as well. It's 10 years old, and it still rings true.